Hello, Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Devi Nur Fajar Angrini, with student ID number 234111165, from Management Class 23C. In this learning video for the taxation course, I will explain a very important topic in the Indonesian tax system, which is tax collection. Tax collection plays a crucial role in ensuring the effectiveness of tax administration in Indonesia. Taxes are the main source of state revenue used to finance public expenditures such as infrastructure development, education, healthcare, and other public services. Therefore, when taxpayers fail to fulfill their tax obligations, the government has the authority to take legal action through tax collection procedures. In general, tax collection can be defined as a series of actions carried out by the Directorate General of Taxes to collect unpaid tax debts from taxpayers who do not settle their obligations by the due date. These actions are regulated under the Law on General Provisions and Tax Procedures, which provides a clear legal basis for the government to enforce tax compliance while still protecting taxpayer rights. A tax debt arises when a taxpayer has an outstanding tax obligation that has not been paid within the specified time period. This tax debt may result from several official tax documents, such as a tax underpayment assessment letter, a tax collection letter, or other legally binding tax decisions. Once a tax debt exists, the taxpayer is legally required to settle the amount owed to the state. The tax collection process is not carried out arbitrarily. Instead, it follows structured and systematic stages. The first stage is known as passive tax collection. At this stage, the tax authority issues tax assessment letters or tax bills to inform the taxpayer of their outstanding obligations. Passive collection emphasizes voluntary compliance, where taxpayers are encouraged to pay their tax debts without coercive measures. If the taxpayer does not respond to passive collection efforts, the process continues to active tax collection. Active collection begins with the issuance of a warning letter, which formally reminds the taxpayer to pay the outstanding tax debt within a specified period. This letter serves as an official notice and a final opportunity for the taxpayer to comply voluntarily. When the warning letter is ignored, the tax authority issues a forced collection letter. This document has strong legal power and is equivalent to a court decision. At this stage, the taxpayer is legally compelled to settle the tax debt immediately. Failure to comply with the forced collection letter may result in more serious enforcement actions. One of the enforcement measures in active tax collection is the seizure of assets. The tax authority is authorized to seize assets owned by the taxpayer. Valuable property. These assets may later be sold through a public auction, and the proceeds will be used to pay off the outstanding tax debt. In addition to asset seizure, the tax authority may also impose other administrative actions. In certain cases, taxpayers with significant tax arrears may be subject to a travel restriction, which prevents them from leaving the country until their tax obligations are fulfilled. This measure is intended to ensure accountability and prevent tax avoidance. It is important to emphasize that tax collection is not intended to punish taxpayers, but rather to ensure fairness and compliance within the tax system. Tax collection helps create equal treatment among taxpayers, so that those who comply with tax regulations are not disadvantaged compared to those who neglect their obligations. From a broader perspective, effective tax collection contributes to the stability of state revenue. When tax collection is carried out properly, the government can maintain sustainable public financing and support national development programs. Therefore, tax collection is not only a legal process, but also a strategic instrument in economic governance. Taxpayers also have rights during the tax collection process. They have the right to receive clear information, submit objections or appeals in accordance with legal procedures, and receive fair treatment from tax officers. This balance between enforcement and taxpayer protection is essential to maintaining public trust in the tax system. In conclusion, tax collection is a legally regulated process carried out by the government to collect outstanding tax debts from non-compliant taxpayers. The process is conducted in stages, starting from passive collection, followed by active collection, and if necessary, enforcement actions such as asset seizure and auction. Through tax collection, the government seeks to improve taxpayer compliance, secure state revenue, and uphold justice in taxation. That concludes my explanation of tax collection. I hope this material helps improve our understanding of the importance of fulfilling tax obligations responsibly. Thank you very much for your attention. Wassalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.